a little late today, but that's okay. We were discussing very important stuff, specifically the crazy Vince McMahon lawsuit out there right now. Ryan just uploaded a video over to Sports Wars about that. But hello, everyone. Welcome to Geeks Gamers Daily. Hi, Ryan. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. I always love talking about Vince McMahon's sexual escapades in form of a massive lawsuit against him in WWE. So yeah, that was the first thing I got to talk about when I woke up this morning. I should have made a video last night, but save that for it's fresh in the morning.
Yeah, man. The Vince McMahon stuff is just wild. And look, obviously, due process. Everybody deserves due process. If you're like looking for me to defend Vincent Kennedy McMahon, I don't think I can do that. Vince is wild. All right. Vince is a crazy son of a bitch. And but yeah, if you've looked into that lawsuit, it's wild, man. And what I'm curious about, Ryan, I don't know if you talked about this in your videos. I don't watch it yet, but like this happens a day after the Netflix deal is announced.
And a couple days before Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Like timing's interesting. Timing is interesting. But that's we can discuss that another time. But it's a wild story. It really is.
Listen, I think my take is I think that pretty much all of it happened. My only question is how was she down with it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my big question I have in that. And always, whenever there's somebody who, instead of going to the cops with something, or instead of coming out when it happens, whenever you wait like several years or whatever after, and this happened, I think, in like 2020, maybe. So it's not like this is fucking from 15 years ago, but obviously a couple years. So I don't know. People are always going to rightfully have question about that stuff. There's text messages from Vince that are like pretty wild. Pretty wild. Like, I want to see her hole crammed with 3 black cocks. That's like Vince McMahon's text messages to this woman. So, yeah.
Listen, if someone was actually assaulted, it's horrible. It's also Vince fucking McMahon. If you are, I would not be around Vince McMahon. All right, Vince McMahon has created one of the greatest empires of all time. And from a creative standpoint, I love Vince McMahon. I think he is phenomenal. Vince McMahon's a fucking psychopath. Okay, he's crazy. That you have to understand that. Like, he is crazy. But I was just telling Ryan, I'm going to send you that first Bob Costas interview he did way back in the day, man. It's wild. Like, Vince is just intense. He was going to beat the shit out of Bob Costas on live television. And then they did a second interview, a follow-up, because that one was so controversial. And you could tell Vince was like actively controlling himself. He just wanted to strangle Bob Costas. He really did. But it is what it is. But a lot of people are saying that Rumble is down, but
it's fine. Rumble is slow today. Like, there's some weird stuff going on. It did start a little bit slower than it should have on Rumble, but it's there now. So
okay. And people are saying I'm blurry. I don't like I'm blurry on the YouTube or the Rumble feed. I don't think so. Is that stupid filter on? No, the filter's not on. I don't know.
I don't even know what filter you're talking about.
There's like a touch-up fucking filter, like a beauty filter on StreamYards. Like here,
what?
I'll turn it on. Yeah, like if you got to touch up my appearance. Hang on. There. Now.
Oh my gosh.
Now look.
Hold on.
Now look. Now you see that? Now there's like this beauty filter on me.
I'm going to turn mine on. Hold on.
All right, hang on. Let's see. Oh yeah, I see it.
Change?
Yeah. Yeah, you look a little less.
I look more or less beautiful.
You look less gay, to be honest. So,
all right, I'm turning it off.
Yeah, you look less.
I couldn't tell any difference.
It just smooths. It just makes your face look a lot smoother. It just takes
people fucking ask me sometimes if I have those things turned on because my lighting's so fucking horrifically bad. Like all the time, people are like, is this guy using a filter? No, just my face. I mean, my face is just smooth, I guess. I don't fucking know.
I had a fun stream last night on CobraCast. I had like 9,000 people watching on YouTube, and it broke records on Rumble. Thank you, Tim Pool. Man, dude, I'm probably on CobraCast, and I think I need to go through the comments section. I still have a 95% like ratio on that stream, though, shockingly enough. But the people are mad at me in the comments section. Very mad.
Nice.
For the record, people are saying, I want to clear some up. People are saying, Jeremy, you're only grifting off of Tim Pool because he's more successful than you, and you're trying to get attention. For the record, I would like to confirm that is 1000% true. There ain't a streamer that streams about someone that's less important than them. Okay. Like, I stream about Tim Pool because he's more important than me and he has more influence than me. So I call him out because I get attention. Yes, that is the truth. Okay. I don't know why people think that's something I'm not going to admit to. All right. It just is what it is. And then people are like, Jeremy, in the feud with Tim Pool. I'm like, in order for it to be a feud, the other party needs to be aware of, the other party. Like, Tim has no idea I exist. There's no feud. It's just me ankle biting. That's all it is. All right. So anyway, there you go. Ryan, you don't approve. Ryan's like, dude, just shut the fuck up.
Don't care.
We'll bring Ryan on. Grifter of the year, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Anyway, what's our first? Well, we got some super chats. Let's get these super chats really quick.
Yeah, I specifically wanted to get into this one. Loki Critique, member for 3 months. Why is the MegaCon meetup at a 21 plus club? I love y'all. I'm spending $1K flying and staying in Orlando to see y'all. I'm 18. Will you be outside the club? Well, one, thanks for coming out to see us.
Yes.
We do appreciate it. And yes, so this specific location inside, it is 21. It's a fucking bar, right?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of room outside. And there's a lot of other places literally right nearby. We're going to be in and out of there. So there's no worry about that.
Yes. So let me paint the picture for the location. So I actually went there yesterday to confirm everything. So it's the Red Coconut Club. It's at City Walk Universal. Obviously, City Walk is open to the public. And I believe I think I got it confirmed yesterday. I have to go back and look at my text messages. I believe after 6 p.m., parking is free at Universal after 6 p.m. So you're not going to pay for parking. And so the Red Coconut Club, it's a restaurant bar. You can go in, but right outside, there's this walkway, there's a Burger King, there's Subway, there's everything. There's all these tables and chairs set up that are available to the public. We're going to be out there. There's going to be a lot of overflow out there. Typically when we do these meetups, and we've almost always done them at bars, and there's almost always an age restriction for the entry to the bar, but there's always a ton of overflow outside because a lot of people just don't want to be in that congested area. A lot of people would like to be outside. So City Walk allows a lot more flexibility from that perspective. So do not get deterred if you are not going to meet the age restriction. Trust me, we are going to be out there too. And a lot of people are going to be outside hanging out. So it's going to be great. So I'm looking forward to it.
Sounds like a strip club. Someone says, hey, people start stripping there. Something's gone wrong, but you never know.
Give Ryan enough drinks, you don't know what the hell's going to happen. So
it's true. Let's see. Bruce for $20, 9K viewers on CobraCast. Holy shit.
Yeah. It was crazy. It was, hey, we're just doing what we do. It's been a good couple of days for me over there. And ultimately, I did the one thing Ryan's told me to do. I made a video, Ryan. I made a video.
You gained a lot of subs off that video, huh?
I think I've gained like almost 2,500 subs off that one video.
There you go.
So I'll look up the analytics and confirm that one for you here.
Japanese Demon Lord of Beer Lucifer for $10. Go watch Masters of the Air. The first 2 episodes were released today, and shockingly, it's extremely good. It's a World War II miniseries with zero wokeness so far and an audience score of 94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
Masters of the Air, World War II miniseries. Okay.
All right.
I don't know if there's enough, black, female, transgender, wheelchair representation for me. We'll have to see, but maybe I'll check it out.
That's a very important topic. It's a very important topic.
That's right. Cobra Clutch for $2. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir, Mr. Clutch. Unknown member for 10 months says shit clown wars. Yes, we got to talk. After we gave Daisy Ridley some props yesterday. Hey, Daisy Ridley, what do you mean? What are you shaking your head?
Say, did she do something else? You said it. You're like, did she do it again? Did she step into it?
No. Did you even fucking read? I know you're not
No,
going to know anything about what we're talking about. Did you even read the
no,
title of this fucking
no,
stream?
no.
Daisy Ridley defends Star Wars fans after media attacks.
Really?
Is the title of
Okay.
this stream that you're currently on, Jeremy?
Well, look, man, I do too many fucking streams as it is. Okay. The fact that I cannot prepare and know exactly what to talk about the moment you bring it up says a lot about me. I don't spend fucking 7 hours preparing like Tim Pool only to shut the stream down after 30 minutes and push people to my website. I just turn the camera on and talk.
Yes, but we are going to get into Daisy Ridley because she was once again trying to get baited into basically calling Star Wars fans sexist. And she says, honestly, I think a lot of that's overblown. And says, I've only ever been accepted and treated really well. So we are going to get into that interview by these fucking cocksuckers.
Look at that. 10 gifted memberships from Al. Thank you. Wait, Cobra Clutch is this another one? I keep seeing him from Cobra Clutch. That's like the third one, I think. I don't know. But Cobra Clutch again. And Cole Hauser for 50 says, what's up, Jeremy? And Ryan, by even mentioning Joseph Gordon-Levitt or Channing Tatum gives me an effing headache. You need to binge the original G.I. Joe, a real American hero. Ara. Still love you, though. Your pharaoh hat makes you less Chinese. I mean yellow. 199 Yojo 199.
It's true. The white balance is like really off. Obviously, that's why I'm always so yellow. So when I put something that's like brown or yellow, look at what it does in my fucking face. Like immediately turns me.
I have one of those. Should we wear them both for the stream?
Maybe later.
I have that thing. I bought it to meme on you at like Universal one time.
Like, look at that. Like, as soon as I put up something that's like yellow or whatever, my face turns not fucking. God, look at that.
Yes,
fucking
that
wild.
Ryan. People have been telling you this for fucking like 7
I know, but I
months
can't
now.
I can't do anything. I can so I can manually adjust the white balance.
Yeah.
But depending on what time of fucking day is, I have to manually adjust anytime I fucking record a video. It's like, and like, spoiler alert, it doesn't fucking matter what I look like. It doesn't matter if I have a shitty fucking camera and I'm like hunched over a fucking hotel, like stupid desk or whatever. The videos are like, they get used.
He is right about that. He is right about that.
Yeah. We're not doing fucking makeup tutorials over here.
That is true. Unless we turn the beauty filter on.
I shouldn't have I should have just fucking bought my camera on Amazon. Instead, I got the cheap one from China and it came with some like weird settings. So it is what it is.
What is going on with people saying my face is blurry? I don't, you know what? Fuck it. I got another camera I'll switch to. We'll see if that fixes the problem. There. That better? Oof. That looks terrible.
Yeah, that's rough.
Fucking hell. Let's try this. All right.
Lord of the Reef for $5. Are the 199 backpacks still for sale? I got a bonus at work. Could use a new backpack. I thought I might as well support my favorite toxic people. Hail 199. I think they're closed out, right?
Yeah, they're closed out. We could open them back up down the road, but for now, we want to worry about getting the shipping out. And they're supposed to start shipping on Monday.
To Lance Finn, member for 7 months. Alina Haba can serve her house arrest at my place. Hashtag Turbo Sim. Shutch for $5. Morning, guys. Jeremy, just how fast was the chat going when you were trying to read the comments last night?
Yeah, that's the fastest I think I've ever seen a chat on my stream. Even when I had like 27,000 people watching during the Elon Trump or the Tucker Trump interview, that chat last night was faster. That was insane. So I was pretty happy with that.
Joseph Trevor Frost, member for 9 months. You guys are so late. You're as gay as I am, and that's saying something. Well, you do have 199 there, so there you go. SBZ, welcome to the 199. Tobias next to the longer the wait, the more suspicious it is. I think you mean for accusations, not the stream. David Smart for 5. Hey guys, hail the 199. And Alyssa Milano blocked me on social media because I told her a homemade mask will not work and it pissed her off. Bro, Alyssa Milano's getting slammed today.
Yeah, I saw she got ratioed. That's one of the worst ratios I've seen. By the way, what happened to giving away 10 backpacks to the chat? Still going to happen. Just I don't have the backpacks yet. So once we've shipped everything out, make sure everybody has theirs, the people that paid, then I will work on getting the 10 and then we'll work on getting the process because we did reach our sales goal. So as soon as we do get all of that worked out, it's going to be a little while because, like I said, the people that bought them don't even have them in hand yet. So as soon as all that gets situated, we'll work on the giveaway.
Yeah, and we gotta talk about Alyssa Milano right off the bat. There's no lack of really stupid, brain dead Hollywood elites who kind of live in their own bubble and maybe don't understand why something might piss a lot of normal people off. But Alyssa Milano, after making a fool out of herself for the last several years, whether it's based on something stupid she puts out or whether it's a political hot take, she once again got blasted yesterday on social media for a pretty interesting reason. Someone who's worth $10 million, that's her net worth, and her husband's net worth is $5 million, decided to put out a GoFundMe. And listen, if you're a celebrity and someone asks you to like, hey, can you get attention for this charity or this cause or whatever, well, you can't be expected to fund all those yourself. Of course, go out there, tweet it out, things like that. But when it happens to be somebody asking for donations for their own son's travel baseball team, and it's not like it's millions of dollars, it's $10,000 fucking dollars. And Alyssa Milano's out there asking everybody else for money. People are probably going to make fun of you. That's exactly what happened. My son's baseball team is raising money for their Cooperstown trip. Any amount would be so greatly appreciated. You can read more about the team and make a donation here.
What a piece of shit, dude.
There's like over 4,000 quote tweets right now on this thing. And she turned replies off unless she follows them, right? Which she doesn't do that for any of her other posts. All of her other posts, comments are open. What about here? Let's go to another one. Comments are open. But for this one, she turned comments off. Very interesting.
The question I have, though, how much has she raised?
So far, $7,000.
See that all those quote tweets are going to help it. It's all the quote tweets are helping it. The fact that this dumb bitch has raised $8,000 when she's a multimillionaire, the ratios don't mean anything when it comes down to it. She's raised $8,000 and she don't need it.
Just to be clear, this GoFundMe has been open for like 6 or 8 months. In the past 24 hours, she's raised about $2,000.
Yeah, see?
Like 57 people. That's the number of people about the past 24 hours that have donated. 57 Jesus people.
Christ.
And it's not like she was asked to share this by the team. This is her, Alyssa Bugliari. Her husband is David Bugliari, a talent agent, a guy who also has a net worth of $5 million. So she started it. It's not like the team started and asked her to share it. She started it. And like I don't think celebrities should, they don't need to fund everything. They don't need to give all their money away, blah, blah, blah. But when it's your own, I couldn't imagine doing that for me.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? And I don't I'm not worth fucking millions and millions of dollars.
Dude, I've legitimately ran into like a couple of situations personally over the few years, that I've been on YouTube where I was like, I could probably, use a little help on this financial thing. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? This bitch is worth millions of dollars and she shamelessly is going to use a GoFundMe. What a piece of garbage. What a piece of trash. Good Lord, man. I again, though, she when you're shameless, bro, she's still getting the money.
I want to give a big shout out to this person. Doesn't Alyssa have enough money who donated for $5? Shout out to you, whoever that was. The $5 was worth it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like this is 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 7 months ago, 8 months ago, I think was when this was started. So this probably isn't the first time she shared it out, if we're being honest.
Yeah, that's true too.
And, shout out Will Meldman, who knew exactly what the number one was. He knew it was $350. He wanted to be the top one, the top Alyssa simp. Shout out Will.
God.
But Mark Ruffalo gave $200. This was 8 months ago. It's gotta be that one's gotta be real. Mark Ruffalo. I'll give you $2 bills, Alyssa. Holy fuck. Holy shit.
Holy crap. That's amazing.
And obviously it's what you'd expect, right? Alyssa's worth a reported $10 million. And having traveled to 3 tournaments last summer in 3 different cities, I get it. It's beyond expensive. But to ask for donations, given her worth and the fact her husband's a CAA agent, is really something. Your husband has a net worth of $5 million. You're begging for money on the internet so your son can go on a trip. This bitch has got to be on something. Americans can't afford groceries. She's worth millions, but she wants others to donate to her kid's baseball team. Is she fucking high? Ain't you a millionaire? Why are you asking for money from people who are struggling? Like, you're just asking to get fucking destroyed, and that's exactly what happened.
Yep. Let's see.
Again, I'm all for people sharing charities, or if a fan asks them to do, like, go for it. And no one should be expected to fund every single thing that comes across their Twitter DM or whatever. This is her shit. Like, this is her kid's trip. Fucking insane to me.
She's a terrible person. And God, Alyssa Milano has been crazy for as long as I can remember on the internet now. I mean, she is a true psychopath. I know that she was a lot of people's crush back in the day, but she is beyond, like, her hotness back in the day does not offset her crazy of today. She just doesn't.
Oh, yeah. I remember back in the day when Charmed was like syndicated on TNT, and I was like, I don't know, fucking 13 years old, seeing Alyssa Milano's fucking titties pop out in those Charmed episodes. Yeah, I was all for watching that show.
Yep.
Shout out Alyssa.
Yep.
All right. Kyle Denson, member for 5 months. Stay safe, Texans. It's getting wild out there.
It's going to be an interesting few days. Cover that on CobraCast tonight.
Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5. Yo, Ryan and Jeremy, any plans to have a 30 seconds of silence to honor George Floyd before the MegaCon panel? I'm sure Ryan would love it. Not in the plans, but you never know what might happen.
I didn't know where that was going.
Dom H gives 10 Geeks and Gamers memberships. Shout out to our man Dom. We're going to see you at MegaCon. I hope we get to see everybody there. I hope a lot of you guys fucking make the trip.
That one got me, dude. I did not know where that was going. Can you imagine if we did that? We'd never get invited back because it. Whoo. Okay. Sorry. That one caught me right there.
Yeah, I don't think some people would have a problem with it. The same people who spam that Universal video in every fucking thread they could find, you know. They'd have a problem with it. Repeat for 2. Yo, you figs. Excited to see y'all at MegaCon 199.
Let's go.
Lord of the Rings.
Everybody, next week is going to be pretty, like, we're still going, like, daily is going to go on as scheduled, except Friday. Maybe.
Friday's a question mark. We'll see about Friday.
And if it could be like a shortened version or something. I'm not sure yet, because Friday Night Tights is going to be happening. I think Gary said at 12 Eastern, I think is when he said. I have to verify that. We'll verify that today, obviously. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. Daily is going to go on. I don't know about everything else. Even like CobraCast could be somewhat affected, but I'll make sure I go live. I just know if it's going to be like normal CobraCast, because we're having a lot of people in town, all of that. So just stay tuned. Not today for Friday Night Tights. Next
week.
Next Friday.
We just got 20 gifted memberships from Kevin. Kevin with 20 gift bombs right there. That's $100 fucking dollars. Thank you, Kevin.
Woo. He dropped like 50 last night on CobraCast. Insanity.
Hell yeah. Lord of the Rings nerd, member for 12 months. 1 year of being radicalized by the 199. Hail you awesome retards. Also, how's Beardo's reading lessons going? Is he finally at a 5th grade level?
Send more super chats. It's costing a lot of money.
Hey, he's working up to it. Slavs free talk for 20. Ridley defending fans all about her saving face. She knows people don't like her and she isn't a good actor. If she can get fans on her side and Siney, Siney, probably maybe some people think them being against the director won't seem as bad. Listen, at the end of the day, when someone is out there saying the right things and defending fans, quite frankly, as long as they're saying it, it doesn't matter if it's something they hardcore fucking really believe or not. If you're out there and saying the right things and not shitting all over fans, that is the expectation, right?
That's it.
Like, even if somebody really, like Tom Cruise, right? If maybe in Tom Cruise' heart of hearts, if he actually can't fucking stand people that go to the theaters and watch his shit, the end of the day, if he still continues to go out there, continues to talk about how much he loves fans, continues to make movies that people think are good, like all that shit, that's all that kind of counts. And
It
so I can't read what's in Daisy Ridley's mind. I know that I remember back during Last Jedi stuff where a lot of people had problems, and she says, listen, I think some criticism of The Last Jedi from fans is fair, that people are going to have their opinions. So I don't know what's in her heart of hearts, but I
guys,
think she said the right thing.
when you go to, like Chick-fil-A, for instance, okay, Chick-fil-A has phenomenal customer service. It's one thing that you can never, like, it's almost guaranteed you're going to have great customer service. All right. When those like guys, they're girls that are like, oh, hello, thank you, my pleasure. And then as soon as like, they go back in the back, they're like, fuck these people, man. They're so fucking retarded. This one lady, like that's what they do. You know what I mean? Like when you go to the retail store, like unless you're a hot chick, none of the dudes want to give customer service. None of them want to help you unless it's a hot chick, and then they're willing to do whatever it takes. They will battle. They will go to the depths of hell to help you if you're a hot chick. But outside of that, if they do their job well, then you'll feel welcome there. But when they go backstage, you're like, God, these people are so. This lady kept telling me that this was this price, and it's clearly not this price. That's just what happens. That's the world we live in. So customer service. That's it. Daisy Ridley's giving good customer service right now.
And we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. It's the opposite of what Lucasfilm's gonna do. What has Lucasfilm been doing? Every time they have a project go bad, they blame racism, they blame sexism, they blame blah blah blah. That's what we've fucking seen. And so for someone to come out, get baited by the media to talk about the sexist backlash to having a woman direct Star Wars, she says, I think all that's really overblown. I've never been anything but like accepted and felt good from the fans. So like that's exactly the response she should have. What else do you fucking want from her? I guess we're gonna get into it, but we're gonna read more super chats first. Vault 95 Survivor for $1. Jeremy, are you gonna do a square up? Missed all of my rants last night. I don't blame you because the chat was wild. Looking forward to when you replace Beanie Boy. Also, you're gay, and hail Pharaoh Ryan.
Yeah, I thought I got all of them. So Krista joined late because it was just an emergency Cobra cast. It was just out of nowhere. So she was trying to get everything. Now, Ryan, do you know if there's a way where you can pull Rumble rants after the fact from the back end?
Think so, but I don't know.
I'll see if Krista took them down. As long as I have access to read them, I will 1000% do that. I don't know if Rumble has the ability to read super chats after the stream ends, but if I have access to them, I will read them tonight. You guys know I appreciate all of you over there on Rumble.
Tobias Nexus for 10. At least you're brave enough to be on camera. I'm still planning on using gameplay footage when me and Red can finally record. He's about 1,500 feet above where I am, so weather is insane for him.
Ryan wants to say so much.
Just go with your fucking like fursuit on, bro. Just fucking put your fucking fur hat on and be on camera. Like, you're already a furry. I don't know what else is gonna be like fucking worse. You know what I mean? Just do it. Just go for it, Tobias. We believe in you.
I knew that's where Ryan was going with it. I could just see the disgust on his face.
Of the entire super chat, the thing that like makes me cringe the most is that his friend's name is Red. Because it's just an animal, like he's obviously a red animal or something. Like whatever his fursona is, whether it's a fucking fox or some, I don't fucking know, but just pisses me off for some reason, something deep down inside me. But shout out to Tobias, who knows that I think being a furry is gay, but he is unabashedly and proudly a furry. So shout out to Tobias, who's always here supporting. Ministry of Wrong Thing for $20. Jeremy, all these Lucasfilm rumors and leaks and chaos remind me of the chaos and fake news leaks within Trump's admin. Thoughts on the idea Disney themselves are putting out fake news the same way Trump did to catch the leakers?
Well, I mean,
I think that there is, from time to time, I think Lucasfilm might put out a little thing to get people to pick up and see what people think about it. I personally think the vast majority of these things out there are people knowing that it's a hot topic and they're literally making something up because they know it's going to get attention.
Yeah, well, so the idea that studios put information out there to gauge interest from the fandom 100% happens. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the world of the algorithm picking up, and then there's a lot of people that are just literally inventing things because it's getting a ton of traction. And there's kind of two different things there. So while yes, it's true, not only just Lucasfilm, it's not a Lucasfilm thing in isolation. It's a marketing thing. Like you put information out there to kind of test, engage, and see what the reaction will be. And so, but we're talking about two different things at this point in time because a lot of the stuff that's being talked about, a lot of it is Mike Zero stuff. That's really it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, agreed. Somebody said I need Tobias to confirm. Is your friend a red panda? Is that his fursona?
There's so many people going like, "What the hell's a fursona?" All of that. Ryan, do you want to explain what a fursona is for the audience, the uninitiated?
So, from my understanding, a fursona is like your personality when you're a fucking furry, which is whether you're a dog or a cat or a goat or sheep. I don't fucking know. Anything that has fur, like could be it. Could be like the thing that you're imagining yourself to be in your furry life. So, yeah.
He just answered. I want
Okay.
Ryan to read it. I want Ryan to
Thank
read it.
God, Tobias. Well, originally it was going to be a fox and a ginger talk. Wow. For those people that have dyslexia, be careful with that. He's a redhead, so red, but I don't think YouTube would like those initials. Also, if I had the money, damn right, I'd use a fursuit. Okay, so you actually call him red like an old ass way for somebody to say that somebody's a redhead. Okay. I was assuming it was an animal thing.
I love that Tobias is unapologetically supportive, even though Ryan clearly has a certain opinion of his lifestyle.
I would recommend, going cheap and buying a used fursuit, but just make sure it's cleaned properly first for obvious reasons.
Hail Tobias. That's right, chat. Hail Tobias.
Hail Tobias. All right, where the fuck am I? Sean Weldon for 5. Morning, guys. Wish I could make it to Orlando this year, but I can't afford to go. Next time the meetup's in Orlando, I'm gonna be there. We'll see you then, Sean.
Heck yeah.
The Exalted Patriarch member for 8 months. What's up, Monica's TGIF? 1994 life.
Oh, hey, real quick. Today, I think on Friday Night Tights, I think Garrett's gonna have a Google Doc for RSVP, and we're just trying to gauge that to kind of understand how many people are going to show up. We do have a cap on how many people can show up. So if you're watching Friday Night Tights later, we're going to put that out there. We'll obviously have that available throughout next week as well. But we do want people to RSVP if you're going to come to the meetup, because we have to take that into consideration from limitations and stuff like that. Obviously, there's the overflow area and things like that. So it's obviously City Walk. Anybody's available to come to City Walk. But in terms of the RSVP, we need to gauge how many people are going to be there.
Mountain Mutt for 5. I've told you all 1,000 times. It's not the video. Jeremy just looks like that. Cobra Clutch for 2. Ryan said of 199. What would you like? Nothing. Nothing.
Drop those 199s in the chat for Ryan right now. He loves to see it. He loves to see it.
Christian Rocker, remember for 10 months. I watched that hate video mentioned the other night. Was sickening. I hope legal action's taken. It's not an attack on G&G, but fans too.
Yes. So yeah, that video is I mean, again, man, like I prefer to let the internet take care of it at this point in time. I've been told by legal counsel that it's 1000% within my right to go after it. It's not really what I like to do. So hopefully the internet is taking care of it in the comment section, because that is it's so far over the line that it's such a pathetic attempt to try to get our attention. So yeah, it's wild.
There we go. Slav's Free Talk. Welcome to the 199. Pikachu FPS 3 for 5. You know when I feel bad for bashing Daisy? Ryan, you're right. Mike Zero is a liar. I will not watch his channel anymore. Listen, you can still watch. I'm not telling you not to watch, whatever. I'm just saying when somebody comes to me with like, hey, did you hear that Charmino Obaid-Chinoy has just knocked down Bob Iger's, door and fucking served him with papers after they wrongfully fired her from this movement? It's like the most ridiculous shit. I'm like, yeah, sounds like Mike Zero bullshit. And I look it up, and the exact top thing is a Mike Zero video. I'm gonna just call it out for what it is.
What video? The chat, if you want to help them out, and you can tell them I don't want to highlight the nonsensical channel, but it's a channel that's consistently gone after us and anybody in our sphere for years. It's a small channel, but it's very much way over the line.
Bastard Luigi for 5. Is Jeremy gonna sing the Black from the Waist Down national anthem at MegaCon?
Yes.
Dark Obsidian, member for 6 months. As of now, Jeremy, you have over 106,000 views on last night's CobraCast. Impressive.
Yeah, back-to-back 100,000 view videos on D-Day Cobra. Not too bad. I think I'll start making more videos.
There you go. A Menti for 5. Alyssa Milano was hot in Embrace of the Vampire, practically softcore porn. I believe I've seen videos from that. I haven't seen the whole thing, just about 2 minutes at a time. Diz the Jizzbot for $4.99. We needed Chris Benoit to donate to Alyssa's cause, Internet Gold. That'd be a good idea. No. Hello?
Did you disappear or did I?
I think I did.
Okay. Well, I'm getting a low signal too.
So am I.
And you're like 10 miles from it. We have the same
on spectrum.
Yeah, we're on fucking spectrum.
We're both on the spectrum.
Yeah. All right. I think we're good. Are we good? Are we back? Let's see. All right. We're back.
Yeah, that's definitely like a spectrum thing.
It's fucking spectrum, dude. Spectrum's trash. Ryan's fine. Jeremy fell off. Did I fall off?
You fell off just like Breath of the Wild.
Tears of the Kingdom. But anyway, the Chris Benoit memes with Vince. Like Vince, like Chris Benoit dragging Vince to the gates of hell with him or something like that. I told you, like, one of my favorite ones was someone put Attitude Era Stone Cold, and they're like, this man knew about Vince the whole time. It's just, the memes are glorious, as usual with the internet.
Jeremy Bayless, member for 7 months, 199. Rob Morgan says, Jeremy, you once helped a struggling YouTuber by the name of Brie Larson. Today, we ask you to sponsor Alyssa Milano with today's super chat revenue. I read that before, and you didn't answer, and I just said no.
I didn't even.
That was when we had dropped out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I listen. I'm very proud that I was able to help Brie Larson, kind of elevate her YouTube channel. But as I've always said, I can only elevate you so far. It's up to you to continue to go on and kind of build your audience. And I'm really sad that she failed so miserably with the Marvels. But I think that we've got a safety net for her. And that safety net is Ryan Kennel. So I think Ryan's here for you, Bree. He's here for you. She liked your tweet.
She did. Me and Bree, I think eventually, we're on different paths right now. Eventually our paths will cross and the stars will align, and I'll get all of her money. Pikachu FPS for 199. I take it back. I didn't watch that. Noted, Daisy. Thank you. The Angry Badger for 199. Just to be clear, I'm not a furry. I'm an actual badger. Emily Rose upgraded membership to the 199 Battalion. Thank you.
Go.
CJR 1984 for £5. Ryan, you seem to know way too much about the furry lifestyle. Bro, there's like such an endless amount of like degenerate furry, like kind of down the rabbit hole, like weird videos on YouTube. You know what I mean? Specifically, this one furry content creator got busted as a zoophile. And that's where I actually fucking learned that shit. I think it was a Medicare video it was a series of Mr. Medicare videos where he exposed this disgusting furry community, this little furry community, for just being actual disgusting freaks who fucked animals and shared it with people. And that's the first time I really knew anything about furries. That's the only reason I know any of that shit.
That's scary. I'm still here, but my camera just keep getting the low internet signal. So real quick before we continue, Ryan, I know you've probably seen this, but this is just funny as hell. Have you seen this? With Stephen A.
I didn't watch it, but I did see him tweet it.
It's pretty funny.
At Randy_Vision writes, which one are you taking? Okay. He's like, what the hell are these? What are these? Bulbasaur, whatever the hell it is. Charmander or the Squirtle. Is it Pokemons? I guess that's what it is. I'm going to say, you know what I'm going to say? Charmander.
It's Charmander, right?
That's who I would take.
Charmander. Yeah.
Charmander.
Reminds me of me because of the forehead. That's what I'm going to go with. Okay.
It's funny. Jay retweeted. He says, I understand.
Charmander.
Juggernuts.
CGR for 5. I said that one. Lance for 199. Pharaoh Ryan's persona is an Egyptian jackal. SBZ for 5. Can we have Tobias Nexus versus Ryan as a permanent segment in the daily? It usually is. Slabs Free Talk for 5. Sorry about the last message. Working to type and listen while watching it work. All grifters, including Zero, are BS and need to be called out and stopped. Got it. Okay, well, I appreciate it, Slav.
I'll never forget when Geeks Gamers were first growing, and I was like, yeah, that's a big, respectable Star Wars channel named Mike Zero talking about it. Whew. I mean, this is back in like 2018, and the comment section was like, he is not a respectable Star Wars channel, Jeremy. He's a piece of shit. That was way back then. I was like, oh, damn. I didn't know. I'd never really watched the guy. I just saw Mike Zero had like 100,000 subscribers talking about it. So.
Just jack off for $10. Hail. I mentioned a while back my girl was expecting. Needless to say, she gave birth on the 21st. He was born at 32 weeks. He's in the NICU, but doing well. Prayers are greatly appreciated. 199. Well, just jack off. Congrats. I know that's a really fucking stressful time. Kid in the NICU. That is rough, but that is awesome. And congrats to you, dude.
Congrats, man.
Shout out.
Keep us posted.
Christian Rocker for 199. Have you seen Stephen A. Smith pronounce Pokemon? We did. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure 5. Yo, Ryan and Jeremy, you both should play Pal World. Knowing Ryan, his team would be filled with Lovelander pals.
I did buy
Lavander pals.
I was planning on playing it last night, and then the whole Tim Pool thing happened. So I mean, I'm glad that all played out. But I do have the game. I bought the game on Steam, so I am planning on trying to play it.
I'll play it eventually. I will. I just not when you want me to. Just because I can't right now. But I will eventually play it after everyone else has stopped playing it, probably.
Kind of like when you watched Cobra Kai finally.
That's true. It takes me
a couple
years to trust something.
Still haven't watched Stranger Things.
I don't want to at this point.
Dude, Stranger Things season 1 is amazing.
Yeah, but isn't the next season like they're about to start filming and hasn't been like 10 years since the first season? Are all these kids like in their fucking mid-30s now? Like,
yeah, I mean at this point, but I'm just saying the first season is what I'm saying is worth watching. The first season is truly phenomenal. Yeah. It really is. It's excellent.
All right, we got to talk about this. It seems like every single day there's a new update, another rumor on another story, or another thing that somebody has said about the new Rey movie. The next, in all likelihood, massive Star Wars Lucasfilm disaster. The movie that nobody wanted with the character that nobody wants, directed by someone who's completely unqualified in Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy. But yesterday, we talked about an interview that Daisy Ridley gave where she was absolutely given some bait by the media, where she was asked, are you really excited that finally a woman's going to direct a Star Wars movie? And she's like, hey, I'm excited to do this movie. Has nothing to do with the fact the director's a woman. I just like the stuff she's done before. And we're like, wow, what a good response from Daisy Ridley. I didn't think that the following day we'd be seeing headlines like this. Daisy Ridley insists sexism in Star Wars fandom is blown out of proportion. Daisy Ridley rejects feminist attack on Star Wars fans, claims things get blown out of proportion. And this is all, again, in an interview where she was baited hard by the person who's sitting right next to her, is about to give her this interview, basically puts it on a tee, says, "Go ahead, Daisy, blast the fans because of how much they hate women." And she refused to do so, and in fact ended up doing the opposite.
Daisy Ridley redemption arc is in full swing right now. Holy crap.
You know, we talked about it yesterday where it's like, I don't like the character Ray. I hate the character Ray. I don't particularly think that Daisy Ridley's a great actress or anything, but I haven't really seen her in too much other than Star Wars. The biggest problem with this character is that she's written terribly. Ray is an awful character. But I'm sure I disagree with a lot of what Daisy really thinks politically, but in terms of fans, I've never really seen her say wild shit regarding the fan base. And then she follows it up with this today.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had a problem with Daisy Ridley. Obviously, I don't love the character of Ray, but I don't have a problem with her. But I have not heard this, so I'm excited to hear it. So let's hear what she's got to say.
So the first thing she gets asked about, and you really can't say much, same things we've heard before about, well, I haven't seen a script, but with the story that we've been told that we're doing, it's really awesome. That's why I signed on. And then it gets into more.
If you're here, we've got to talk Star Wars, of course. It was announced earlier this year. There's a new film coming out. It's called A New Jedi Order, I believe. What can you tell us about it?
He just didn't say anything. I also don't know if that's the official title of the movie or not.
Yeah.
Thinking about this last night, I was
give us
something happens with someone.
That's so funny.
I actually haven't read a script yet, but the story I've been told is fantastic, and I'm there. I'm in it.
Daisy, that's a really good answer. Good job. All your publicists, your whole entourage, they're all smiling.
That's it? That's all you can tell us?
You're going to make it blush.
It's great. I'm getting warm. It's a very worthwhile story, and I think Charmine's going to do an amazing job.
That's so
Speaking
funny.
of Charmine, I just have to ask, because there are some of the, I'd say, extreme Star Wars fans who have made this a conversation on the internet about how they don't want a female director, which seems bizarre because episodes of The Mandalorian were directed by females. I mean, Kathleen Kennedy has been overseeing all of this. So, what is your take on that?
I think my take is things get blown out of proportion, and the interactions I've ever had with people have been nothing but wonderful and supportive. And honestly, when they announced that I was coming back at Celebration last year, you cannot imagine the joy and goodwill in that room. So I've only ever been embraced, and I think we're going to make a great film, and people will love it.
Cannot wait.
What an answer.
I know, right?
What a professional answer. Holy shit. Not as Ryan's so perfectly explained multiple times now, they threw it out there for her. That was a slam dunk. She could have dunked on the fans. They were handing it to her. And she's like, nope. Had wonderful interactions. And she's gotten a lot of criticism, like in terms of her character, 100%. Like Rey has gotten criticized a lot. No doubt about that. Just like Hayden Christensen's Anakin got criticized. This is part of being part of Star Wars, okay? But she did not take that easy way out to just trash the fans. She's like, no, I've had great experiences with them.
Well, and what's really been blown out of proportion is what the media is saying. The way that question was framed, there's a lot of fans who hate the idea of a female director, even though we've had them in minute. Nobody's fucking saying that, right? What people are being critical of, the same way there was no backlash about Patty Jenkins. People have been critical because Charmin Obaid-Chinoy, one, she's never done anything like this before. She makes fucking documentaries, so she's not qualified in general. But two, she hasn't said anything about, oh, I'm such a big Star Wars fan. This is my idea, blah, blah, blah. All she's talked about is being an activist, putting activism in all her movies, and that she was excited to be the woman that gets to lead the Star Wars franchise in the future, just because she's a woman. That's why there's been so many things that have been very critical about Charmin Obaid-Chinoy. Because we have seen Bryce Dallas Howard, Deborah Chow direct episodes of The Mandalorian. Deborah Chow, directed all of Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is a fucking disastrous series. People aren't saying we don't want women in Star Wars. That is what's been blown out of proportion. That question by these fucking losers in the media.
And I see a few comments like this. That or Disney told her not to say stupid things.
Maybe.
No, there ain't no fucking way that. We're in 2024 and we're still talking about Star Wars trashing fans. All right. There's no way that Disney's become self-aware this quickly. There's no way. Lucasfilm, from the top of Lucasfilm, they fucking hate the fans. They despise the fans. There is no leadership at Lucasfilm. Kathleen Kennedy didn't suddenly wake up today and say, hey, let's start respecting the fans. Charmaine Obaid-Chinoy, she ain't telling Ray, hey, let's not be toxic towards the fans. There ain't no fucking way. All right. That I have not seen anything that would show me that Disney or Lucasfilm is actually trying to say, hey, let's not trash the fans anymore. Let's probably not do that. I ain't seen nothing remotely close to that. I would be surprised if that was the case. So until I see evidence of that, I'm going to take it on a case-by-case situation. And based on the information I have available, Daisy Ridley is acting for Daisy Ridley on her behalf and responding on her behalf. That's it. So, yeah, I don't think that there's any Lucasfilm initiatives to go, hey, don't trash the fans. I don't think that at all. I don't think that at all.
Yeah, I mean, we did see, Rachel Zegler very much go on kind of a, hey, let's change the tone, for Disney after the actors strike and everything, with that interview she did with Halle Bailey, where she turned from, yeah, I fucking hate the original Snow White to, I just love it so much. But in terms of Star Wars, I can't say we've ever seen anything necessarily like that, although they have to know. Everybody knows what a bad couple of weeks it was of PR with Charmaine Obaid-Chinoy. But Daisy Ridley multiple times now has been given this bait in different interviews, and she has refused to go in on the fans, and in fact says, hey, everyone's been awesome to me. So that's something. I don't know what else you really expect her to say.
Yeah. But yeah, ultimately, I still have no interest in the Rey movie because of the director. And I don't think I think Daisy Ridley is probably going to get caught up in, it's going to be interesting because as Daisy Ridley continues to potentially answer questions like this, that's good and that's awesome. But it doesn't cancel out the fact that this is the crazy psycho lady's, Charmaine Obaid-Chinoy's creative vision, and she hates men. She hates men. She's an activist. So Daisy's going to say all the right things, potentially moving forward into this movie, but the movie still looks like it's going to be feminist propaganda, 1000%. So I guess we will see. But credit where credit's due.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a nightmare. Yep. It's going to be a fucking disaster. But she said the right thing, 100%. All right, where are we? Chris Bolts for 5. Charmanda sounds like a gay black trans furry man's name, doesn't it? Shamanda. Yeah, kind of. JS Pena for 199. Eva Mendes defended Ryan Gosling's Oscar nomination on Instagram. There you go. I didn't know what she was up to lately. Tobias Nexus for 10. We furs do not condone any of that shit. We actively shun away anyone who does that sort of evil. Even we have standards. Also, Fursona is a play on persona, but with anthropomorphic animals. There you go. Lance for 10. I actually feel a little sorry for Daisy. I think if the story was even half as good as the prequels, she might have come to be appreciated like Hayden. Instead, best she can hope for is apathy. Cobra Clutch for 5. That picture of Daisy in the red dress makes her look like a trans man. Eric Stratton for 777. I can't make next weekend, but maybe one of you goofballs that are going to give Beardo a speak and spell toy or to Jay. Too obvious?
A little too obvious.
Yeah, a little too obvious, probably. But with that being said, I think we're all caught up there.
All caught up. So it is a busy day. We got Friday Night Tights over on Nerdrotics channel. CobraCast after that, and then who knows if I might do a gaming stream. We'll see. But like I said, next week will be a pretty wild week for us. Again, daily will go on as normal Monday through Thursday. Friday, we're still not sure how that's going to go next week, but we will keep you guys posted. Is FNT early this week? People are asking.
I think it's next week, right?
No, like an hour early or something. I don't know. A couple people mentioned that. Not to my knowledge. I haven't heard anything.
Well, we're going to be late if it is.
Yeah. So.
Let me see.
I haven't heard anything. So,
yeah, I don't see anything about it. So I don't. Okay. I think it's just normal.
All right. So there we go. Eli Saul says, "All hail to 199. Google Vince McMahon. Kane see no evil. 3-foot corn." The Vince stuff's wild, man. I'll probably. I don't know. We're gonna have to see how it all plays out. But Vincent Kennedy McMahon being accused of these things, again, not saying it's true, but it certainly ain't surprising.
All right. Hold on. Let me pull up some of these. We've got 2 minutes. We were started a little late. So
All right.
Give the people their money's worth, I suppose. We might as well read these fucking wild, some of these wild things here.
Vince McMahon.
Yeah, this is pretty.
The ultimate warrior.
All right, here we go. Oh, these are crazy. So there's a lot of weird shit in there, from him naming dildos after professional wrestlers and like things like this. But these are text messages. These are text messages from Vince, right? On May 11th, McMahon sent an explicit message to Ms. Grant that further detailed his fantasy of seeing her engaged. I love it. That's you, Janelle. You just can't get enough, can you? In the future, it's going to be so bad you'll demand to be fucked twice a day, not just with blank in a three-way. Why not let others see that beautiful, voluptuous body and watch you shake uncontrollably when you come? And there's a lot of shit here, right? This is the one I wanted to go to.
By the way, this is pretty graphic stuff for any young audience members. So this is bad.
Yeah.
Well, I know we cuss a lot, but this is bad. So just want to put that out there.
This is viewer discretion advised from Vince McMahon's sex abuse lawsuit. Okay. After the threesomes began, McMahon became more sadistic, and his fantasies focused on controls such as choking, sensory deprivation, pain, humiliation, group scenarios. And the way that Vince is fucking texting too drives me insane. Ari, your last picture. You need your panties ripped off and all 3 big black dicks in all 3 holes at the same time. Like, it's fucking like, it's fucking unhinged, bro. Like, I'm not even reading some of the more graphic shit. He talks about passing around a bunch of the pictures and stuff to people, and like all of them wanting to like have a turn and shit. It's
and who all has been. I haven't read all the way. So John Laurinaitis is involved. Vince McMahon and Brock Lesnar's named in what capacity?
I don't even actually believe Brock is named in the suit, but it's all like, apparently she was coerced or forced or whatever, according to the lawsuit, to make videos to send to to send to somebody they were trying to re-sign with WWE, who's a former MMA fighter, who, based on the timeline, it's Brock Lesnar. To send to him to help entice him to sign on. And then they were supposed to get together and hook up in like some exchange. Shit like this. It's a fucking crazy story.
It is a crazy story. And if you follow, like, this is why I've always said, like, professional wrestling, a lot of the drama surrounding professional wrestling is more interesting than wrestling. And whether you're talking about shoot interviews or you're talking about wrestlers talking about the old days and some of the things going on, the plane ride from hell. Are you familiar with the plane ride from hell, Ryan?
I don't know.
Holy shit, man. There's a whole thing about the plane ride from hell. And what's shocking to me about the plane ride from hell is that Vince McMahon was on that flight. And let's just be clear. Vince McMahon is an incredible leader. Like, he demands respect from all of these larger than life personalities. He has ultimate control. And what he's done is pure genius. What he's created is pure genius, but he has steamrolled so many people over the years. I mean, steamrolled people on the business side unapologetically. But he has commanded control. But like the plane ride from hell, that story is insane. And Ric Flair, yes, Flair, crazy as hell. A lot of stories about that. It's all on YouTube documented. Jim Ross talks about it, but yeah, like,
based on what I've read through, like in the suit and some of the screenshots and stuff, to me it seems like all this happened. Like, all this absolutely happened. The question is consensual or not. You know what I mean? And how all that plays out in court.
I will still err on the side of caution of, like, some of this stuff does seem like, just because text messages are there doesn't mean it like, Vince talks a lot of shit. All right. Vince talks, his entire life is creating storylines that are not real. Like, this is what he does. Like the things that he says, the things he comes up with. Vince says a lot of crazy shit. He's had a lot of crazy shit over the years. All right. Like some of the gimmicks that he's come up with, some of the ideas, some of the stories of things that he wanted to do that never came to fruition is out there. Like, but obviously I think there's a lot of truth in this that can't be denied for sure. Some of it sounds like a lot of crazy shit that's been thrown onto it. But again, I'm just saying I'm taking on a service level. I haven't looked too far into the specifics. I've watched a few videos on it already to kind of get the deets, but a lot of these wrestling channels that are out there, they're too kind of like pussy to actually talk about the specifics and the details because they're like, this is horrible. And I just want to apologize to the victims. And I just want to let all the victims know that we're thinking of you. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Just talk about what happened. You know what I mean? We don't know what the truth is. There'll be an investigation. There's a lawsuit out there. But what Jim Cornette? Yes. What is Corny? I would love to hear what Corny has had to say about this. So Jim Cornette has a great YouTube channel. I love listening to Jim Cornette, and I can't wait to hear what Jim Cornette has to say about this. Has he addressed it? Because yeah, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear Cornette's take on it. I haven't heard Cornette's take, but anyway, crazy story. Not surprising. All right, not surprising. It's Vince McMahon. He's a crazy person, but we'll see. 44-minute video on it. I'll be watching that as soon as this stream ends. I can't wait to check it out. So
there we go. We got a couple more chats that came in. Michaela Ishmer for 4 months. All hail the 199. Can't wait to meet everyone at MegaCon. That'll be awesome. Corey Bloomberg for 10. Vince McMahon is the greatest American entertainer of all time, surpassing Elvis, P.T. Barnum, and Walt Disney. Prove me wrong.
I mean, there's a strong argument to be made. I mean, 31 years is how long Monday Night Raw has been going. If you look at what he did, if you look at the territories and how the landscape of professional wrestling was before Vince McMahon took over from his father, what he has done is truly, like, what he has done in the professional wrestling world is something that will never be duplicated. And it's really one of the more impressive things we've ever seen in the history of entertainment. It really is. That can't be denied. But to be that type of guy, to go into that industry with that type of mindset and just steamroll every single person, you got to be a different cookie. And Vince McMahon's a different cookie.
G&G breaking news for 199. Jeremy is gay. Chris Pruitt for 5. Didn't you hear about the plane ride from hell until this year? I read about it, and yes, absolutely insane.
It's insane, dude.
Yeah. We're going to see what happens. Again, this woman was sitting there, getting paid a lot for her job. And I think even getting paid. And there's one of the stories that Vince McMahon gave her $15,000 in Bloomingdale's gift cards or something after one of their encounters. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what plays out. Certainly not a good look for WWE or Vince McMahon.
Nope, not at all. Is that it?
Big chance it was Durag Vince texting. Yes. Highly likely.
Oh, man. All right. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. We'll see you for Friday Night Tights and then Cobra Cast afterwards. Have a good night. We'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.